Alright, hey boys, we're gonna be playing some Pikmin 2 today. It's gonna be a stand solo let's play. I'm a big fan of Pikmin, I really love all the games. Pikmin 1 is probably my favorite. I've replayed it like 4 times. I've really only played Pikmin 2 once. This would be my first replay of it. It's gonna be on Pikmin 2 Regrown, which is a ROM hack of Pikmin 2, enhancement hack, and just like adding areas and caves and enemies and all that type of shit. So had a little test run of it just to check things out. Seemed pretty fun. There are a lot of differences that I've noticed already, notably caves being in different places. Like we'll see. Disclaimer: I'm not good at these games, so if I freaking epically fail, don't like laugh and like tell my mom. So we're gonna get this shit underway, one player, because you know. Alright, here we are at the Valley of Repose. If you skip the intro, basically we just got hoed. We are in crazy amounts of debt. We need to come back to the planet to grab all the shit here so we can actually make a profit. And Louis fucking dies. That was close. I have averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. Alert! Danger! Louis is missing. He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment. Look. What are these fucking things? Could these be Pikmin? They look like they're about to be devoured as we speak. You must help them, quickly! Press B to call them with your whistle, Captain Olimar. You can also hold B to make the sound of your whistle carry farther, remember? Yeah, I don't know why they have these crazy tutorials for Pikmin 2, like under the assumption that you played Pikmin 1, but whatever. Because the tutorials in this game are way more obtrusive than in Pikmin 1, which is weird to me, but whatever. The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you. Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin and release to throw it. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure no Pikmin can die to this enemy. This is gonna be a Bulbor or Dwarf Bulbor. I can't exactly remember what it's called, but I don't know. Dwarf White. Who cares? Nobody cares. Attention, Captain Olimar! I've just re-established my communications link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I'm quite interested in the details of this condition. Alright, we're switching to fucking Louis. This piece of shit. Louis, allow me to assess your condition. As per our safety protocols, are you injured at all? I can't read. Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press start/pause to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. Yeah, well, we won't. I've played this game before. We won't be doing that. Louis, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. You see the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. Yeah, the first day of this game is extremely tutorial heavy, so we're gonna be sitting through a lot of this shit. Especially like the first couple of days, like these cutscenes are gonna be non-stop, so bear with me. Louis, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. You can use C to issue objectives to your Pikmin squad and even direct their movement. You can disband your squad with X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the... Okay, who cares? Louis, my sensors have detected drool on the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? This guy's a real dick eater, I'll be honest. Alright, time to get this shit underway. Current objective is just to grow a bunch of Pikmin. We need, I don't know if y'all showed you. We gotta get 25 Pikmin to get up this bag, and then reunite our dear captains. The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems repeatedly tapping A lets one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts. He's lying. You can just press A once and then Louis will do it automatically. Alright. Trying to be as fucking optimal as possible. Are you ready for the world record? Alright, cool. Sometimes, like, when they finish a Peliput, these are Peliputties, by the way. Well, sometimes when they finish a Peliputty right next to one another, they'll both go to the one that drops first because they're fucking stupid. But thankfully that didn't happen there. Alright, now we have 10, no, 11. Olimar has 5, so we can get the bag. Alright, let's go this way. What the? What is this?! Oh shit, the only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press L to move the camera behind you, R to zoom, and Z to change angles. Alright, let's see if we can get this fucking battery, dude. Fuck! We need 20 whole Pikmin. Alright. Yeah, so I guess we'll see, but also super awesome strat. If you hold the C-Sec towards you while you're throwing, you can throw them way faster. Wow. Me when I see my boyfriend who I love with all my heart. Captain Olimar, Louis, you're reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to take solo action, what the fuck, and Y to change leaders. X means disband squad, like, just send everybody, like, alone, so like, okay, I'm not with them anymore, press X. And Louis stays too, so this is like good if you want to go like, fuck around with Olimar for like 5 minutes and then switch back to Louis, like, oh, he has the Pikmin, I can just like do this. But I think we literally have to wait till they fucking run this back, so I'm probably gonna fast forward. Cut back. We have some fucking breaking news here. The Pikmin that drank the yellow nectar instantly matured into flower Pikmin. It appears to have enhanced motor skills. What a wondrous nectar. How intriguing. Like plants, Pikmin mature from leaf to bud to flower. Captain Olimar, you must share the information you have with your subordinate Louis. Even though he was standing right fucking next to me. Alright, back to the fast forward. Fuck me. Alright. Now we gotta wait for these guys to sprout and then we can get that little battery. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, so basically flying Pikmin, it just makes them move faster, generally. I guess it like makes them avoid tripping too, but in my test playthrough, like almost every Pikmin I've had has tripped at least once, even if they're flowered or not, so I really don't think it matters for that. Maybe like slightly, maybe like decreases the chance, but I haven't noticed any noticeable difference. So the day will end when we put this in the ship, so I guess I'll just fast forward to that as well. Courage Reactor. Yeah, if you haven't played this game, it's a lot of the treasures are like licensed items and like copyright shit. So that's pretty fun. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I praised it. The name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. However, communicate with Hokotate, or Hokotate, it's probably Hokotate, but who cares. We must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. Yeah, if you haven't played these series of games, so basically, Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 are a little different, but it's marked by days, so each day is about 15 minutes, I think. It might be a little longer in Pikmin 2, but I think in Pikmin 1 it's 15 minutes. So you just gotta try to get all the shit you want to do for that day done within that time period. And you want all your Pikmin to swell before it ends, and if not, they die. So. And there's gonna be like an end-of-day report every day to show what treasure we got, how many Pikmin were born, and how many died. So no Pikmin died today, so we went up 20. And we get mail every day. So I think this is a little... Obviously this is different in the mod. But usually it's the president, if not it's some funny haha meme. But... Alright, since there's no other area available, we're just going to go back to the Valley Repose. So, you need to Pikmin 2. It isn't Pikmin 1 squared. But you need to Pikmin 2. We have the treasure in Piccolopedia. So Piccolopedia just shows of all the creatures that we've met so far. Snow Bulbul here, not like a dwarf bulbul. Olimar has a little report on everything. Louis will also have one later, so I guess we'll see that when we see it. And we also have the treasure hoard. It just should have the ship's analysis, but I guess it's just Olimar for now. I think that's unlockable later. Without further ado, let's go back! Yeah, let's go back! Yay! Here we are for day 2. The majority of day 2 is just getting Pikmin. Because we will run into some of the tougher enemies later. But nothing too crazy yet. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for profit of your company? The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. We'll see this go into effect later, but generally there is a 100 Pikmin limit, so you can have no more than 100 Pikmin on the field at a time. And later in the game, you have to like strategize to how to split these Pikmin up depending on their type. So right now we just have red Pikmin, so we're just gonna take out as many red Pikmin as we have. I don't know how many Peliposes are over here, so I'm just gonna take the entire squad. Alright, 3. Cool. See, he just tripped. I'm not tripping, bro. Oh, okay, I thought he was gonna go that way. Fuck! Yeah, you have to be careful when running into nectar like that, because if there are any leaves in your squad, they will instantly try to like drink it, which is kind of strange, but whatever. Because generally you can get like a majority of your squad just from one nectar, but if something like that happens, then it's kind of tough to get. A lot of the early game is just kind of waiting like this. Thankfully, we're kind of, I guess, in the middle, more in the middle of the early game, so we really don't have to sit through just like farming Pikmin like this for too long. Generally, once we get to like the second area and get through a bunch of the first caves, and get like a more varied Pikmin selection, then we won't have to sit through a lot of this, but. I'm going to try to be careful on this one just because we will get more Pikmin later, so I will be able to flower them if I keep the... No, wait, well, the daily sets, anyways. Good. We got a majority of them, that's fine. We got another paper bag here, let's see how many Pikmin it requires. It should be like 30, I think. 35. Alright, here's our first enemy besides the snow bulborb. We have the, I believe it's called the hairy bulborb. Pretty similar to just like a basic bulborb, but it has hair. So I think the first like half of its health it has higher defense, and then once you break it, it goes like bulborb. If anything, it has lower health than a regular bulborb, which we'll run into pretty soon. We can get this can now, but we'll come back to this. Well, I figure why not. Depending on how many it takes. Just to save a little time on the return trips here. We just come back for it, because the day will end once we finish the cave over that wall. Spoilers, guys. There's a cave over there. Once we finish that, the day will end, so we can just get this can now to save more time later. Especially since we just have time to kill at this point, because as long as we get in the cave by the end of the day, we should be fine. Because you can't go past that point. See, there's water. All Pikmin except for a special type of Pikmin we'll run into later can go in the water. So now that we have 70, we'll have a pretty good amount of Pikmin just to carry that can and then split them into the wall. So a big part of Pikmin is like multitasking, like doing the most optimal thing possible. So that's kind of my favorite thing about the franchise, just like being able to split up and do different things. In like games like Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 4, it's a little harder just because you have one captain, besides Ochi and Pikmin 4, of course. But in like Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3, especially Pikmin 3, multitasking is a big thing. Pikmin 2 is a little less so because you can't like, so say I like set Louis apart, I can't like control him from here, or can I? Can I? I can! What the fuck? Okay, well there you go. I guess we can do that. So in normal Pikmin 2 you can't, but in Pikmin 2 Regrown you can multitask like that. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm glad I found that out here. Yeah, so no, Olimar's auto-running. So we can get him to grab the Pikmin when they finish with this can, and then I can run back to Louis. So that's actually pretty base. I had no idea that it did that. we're not even gonna bother bringing that snowy Bulborb back to the base. It's just, even though we do have time, I don't feel like it. So we're just gonna let this can come back and then run back. Auto scrap. Alright. So we can just run back and grab a Louie, or let Louie grab us, I guess. He's almost on the wall, so shouldn't be too much longer. It might even break by the time we get there. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall when mass their might is ferocious? Louie, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B, even though you already said this. Press X to disband the group. Use C to issue orders and objectives to the group. C is useful for swarming Pikmin around treasure and enemies, or making them march in a line. Oh, so fucking... I'm pro. One Pikmin. Alright, so we're walking up at our first cave here. Interesting, warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear, the leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. I don't wanna. I'd rather just walk in the water. Funny joke. Alright, let's go back in. The Emergence Cave. This is going to be our first cave in the game. As you'll see, it's going to be relatively simple. We're not really going to run into too many new enemies or anything like that. We will run into one or two, though. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests subterranean areas may support different life forms than the surface. If you wish to check underground terrain, press start and pause to communicate with me. I'm not just a ship, I'm an all-purpose support pod. Yeah, so the first couple areas or the first couple caves in Pikmin 2 Regrown are basically the exact same as the base game. Besides like the different mechanics like letting captains go to, or like sending captains off like I did earlier. It's new, but these caves are basically the exact same. I think maybe in the base game these are snow Bulborbs, but I really can't remember. It's been a couple weeks since I played. So it's kind of a new experience for me as well. When you go to he'll explain it. But when you go to this hole, this is the next sub-level. If you jump in, even though you don't have all your Pikmin, all the Pikmin will come down with you. So if you wanted to skip all the treasure like a dumbass, you can just like go into the next hole and then just skip everything. But that really makes no sense. You're just kind of not having a lot of fun. But this hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louie, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with L, R, and Z, correct? Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Then approach the hole and press A to enter it. No, I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait to get this citron, this tangerine. Yeah, so on the surface, if you play a mod into the ship, it'll threaten more Pikmin. But since the onion isn't down here, how can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. I'm stupid. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Yeah, so in comparison to the treasure, the enemies are worth like three Pokas, 2 in that case. But the citrus lump. Yeah, so a big change in Pikmin 2 Regrown is you don't get that big, like, cutscene every time you get a treasure. Which, I thought they were cool just to like look around every object and like look at their name, but it does make it more like streamlined. I think it's more like Pikmin 4. I think Pikmin 4 was like that, but alright, down to sub-level 2. I think, yeah, this is gonna be the last sub-level, I believe. Yeah, Final 4. Let's kill these real quick, just so we can see the rest of the sub-level. What's this? It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps it can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. Well, we're cooked, guys. We gotta go home. We're fucked. Well, there's no way to carry that one. Fuck. It really loads you up with these fucking red bulbos, I'll tell you what. Yeah, generally you can just swarm them like that, but if you hit them on the head with the Pikmin, they instantly die, so either's fine. Generally throwing in this game is better than swarming, I believe, especially since you can throw super fast, but it's either here or there. Usually, if you like approach a bull from the back, you want to throw at it. But astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Crazy, but we're gonna do it anyways. Little MLG strat, if you want to be like a little turbo version about it. You can throw your leaves into the flower, and just because it'll give you leaves back. So generally, it's better to throw the leaves in. I'll probably fuck with and throw the flower in here though. What is this strange sprout in the ground? I've never seen it. I've only played Pikmin 1. I've played Pikmin 1 2 billion times. I've never seen anything like this. Fat fuck. This is a purple Pikmin. Crazy name, right? Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Alamar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers is intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Yeah, so that's a candy pop bud. It's gonna be a violet candy pop bud, I believe. So that's gonna make you a purple Pikmin. They're only available underground. Obviously, I'm assuming so at least, unless Pikmin 2 Regrown has changed it. But generally in the base game, you can only get these underground, so they are quite valuable. But another change in Pikmin 2 Regrown. So generally in the base game, you only get 5 per candy pop bud. These give you 10, so it's a lot less grindy than in the regular Pikmin 2. Because generally, if you wanted to get like 100 purples or 100 redacted Pikmin, you have to like repeatedly go into the caves and then just like spam them. But I think by the time you would want 100 of either, you'll have them just from going into the like each cave, which we're gonna try. We're gonna try to go in every cave. We're not gonna just like skip shit. Unless I get really mad and I just want to quit. I just want to break my monitor. I get really fucking angry. But yeah, so the main drawback of purple Pikmin, you can see right here, they're extremely slow. Extremely slow. Especially when they're leaves like that. When they're flowers, they can generally keep up with the group. But when they're leaves, they are fat pieces of shit. But a big strength of purple Pikmin is the fact that they're worth 10 Pikmin when they lift things. So one purple Pikmin on an object will count as 10 of any of the Pikmin. So that's really useful when you carry an object that is over the limit. So this is 101. Like even if you had 100 Pikmin, you wouldn't be able to carry it. But since we have purple Pikmin, we can. So that's a pretty common. Like, I guess puzzle in this game. Even though it's not really a puzzle. A rather common situation you will find yourself in. And just to show off that you can exit a cave with just your captain and then everyone will exit with you, I'll just go here with Olimar. I could probably, yeah, I'll just send him here just so we can watch the thing go in the thing and then we're all happy. We have the Spherical Atlas. Yeah, we're not going to get many of these in this game. Like I said earlier, we don't get the cutscenes for the treasures, but we do get them for the big items. So we'll see it a couple times. We'll be able to check it out, you know, spin it around, touch it a little. There's a device resembling a microchip embedded inside this sphere. Retrieving data. Error. I can not only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press start or pause to excuse me, fucking kill myself. Contact me and access the Explorer Kit on the radar with L. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Yeah, so after this cave, it'll just kick us out of the... Where the fuck we are, I can't remember. Yeah, it'll kick us out, and then we have to go to a new area. Oh, fuck. Alright. Yeah, so this is a geyser. Generally they're on all the last floors of the dungeons, but there will be some on the rest floors, so if you want to pussy out and, like, leave a cave early, you could do that, but, I wouldn't do that. Like, I don't know if, like, I don't know what you're doing. I wouldn't do that. I don't know what you would think. I definitely wouldn't do that. Yeah, and after every cave, it'll add up all the treasure we gotten, so you can, like, I guess you can just see what you got, like a little recap, which is cool. And then at the top right, it'll show you how many treasures are in the cave, so if you miss one, you have to go back or else everyone will laugh at you. So we got everything, so we're good to go. We don't have to go back in the emergency cave. Yeah, even though there are some candy pop buds available for us to get, I think the ship will just kick us out of the area. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. Fucking huge, dude. Fucking huge. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Yeah, so big difference between Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1 has a 30-day time limit. If you don't get all the ship parts in 30 days, you're gonna fucking die. But in Pikmin 2, we are working on the grips of capitalism, so we have to work as long as we need to. Okay, so all the Pikmin are, the purple Pikmin and the other Pikmin that we'll meet soon, they've stayed in the ship since they don't have a dedicated onion because you cannot grow them on the surface. Today was a W day. We got some treasure. We got a map. We're fucking good to go, man. We're almost 10% of the way done with the game, guys. Fuck! It's only been like half an hour. We're almost fucking done. Fuck! Baby steps first, Olimar. Wait, let me... I can't do a funny voice. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with happy Hokotate, savings and loan after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Oh my god, the map is getting so much fucking bigger. This is like Elden fucking Ring, then. Okay, yeah, we have the Awakening Wood here. This is our next area. But I think it is time to call this episode a close. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even though a lot of it was dead air. We're actually going to get into some fucking gameplay tomorrow, so that'll be cool. It's not just going to be tutorials. There will still be some tutorials, but we have a little more liberty to, you know, play. But I'll catch you next time. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye. Yay!